coming to you live unless you are an audio listener. It's time for Destiny Down Under.
Welcome to the 223rd episode of the Destiny Down Under podcast. I, as every fucking week, except for the last couple, obviously, am Log Power Slave. I'm joined by none other than Mylan Games Without Hair. What the fuck? You just...
Wait, didn't you look at me last night?
No, I had the cameras turned off when we did the other thing.
I had no hair last night, mate.
What happened? Did you have another severe fright or lose a fight with a lawnmower? Like, what's... I know this isn't great content for our audio listeners, but I don't know. Look at Matt's head.
I think Danny's got a thing for fucking Vikings, mate. She made me shave it off.
She's got a thing for Arex.
Look at that. Oh, shit. On me fucking keyboard.
It's nice to know that, like, no matter how much time we have away from doing this podcast, we always pick up exactly where we left off. Like, mild competence in destroying things.
How good is that? How much better am I getting at making cocky tails?
It's one of your best. It's that I'd be happy enough to pay for that. I'll say that. If Mylan Games had his own bar.
I tell you what's happened, right? Since I've been making cocktails with jugs. Okay.
It's a slippery
now
slope.
Now when I go to restaurants, I'm like, and I get a cocktail and I pay $22 for a cocktail, have a bit of a sip, fucking dog shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. Like, I mean, I've resisted the call of the cocktail for my entire adult life because I know the kind of person that I am and I have trouble like stopping that shit. Much the same as like you, given that this is your second cocktail and it's only just gone midday. So, I mean, I'm kind of preaching to the choir in that fucking context, but I am the same. And the only, like, there's a place in Newey called the Colon Cedar, which is like one of those swanky fucking new age speakeasies where you go in, you get let in through the back of what looks like a fucking barber shop, and it's pretty wanky. But they do incredible cocktails in there, and it's the only place I bother. So I think it's one of those things that you're like,
yeah,
you know, you got to pick your places a bit. That and like, if you, I don't know what it is, man, but like, I mean, I can drink 20 beers and be okay. I went in there and I had 4 cocktails and I was nearly dead. Like, fucking
See, I'm
dead.
the opposite.
Like,
I'm the opposite. It's just, I don't know. I feel like your body gets a bit immune to whatever you drink. It's like,
yeah,
okay, I can deal with this.
This is my usual punishment. I can handle it.
Yeah. It's like if you go, like if you're a runner, you know, you get used to running. I'm sure this is how human biology works.
Of course. But we're like alcohol
and then
athletes.
You do weights. And you're like, oh, fuck, your body can't handle it. yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we're like, ow, cocktails, ow, beers. Yeah.
Guys, by the way, look, I don't know how much Destiny we're talking today because Log wanted to cancel, and I said, come on, mate. People are fucking harassing us for the next episode because we've missed 2. They're saying that the work week sucks and they can't get through their fucking day and they just need a bit of Log and Matt in their life.
I know. So and like, without having done because we did the Patreon podcast, because obviously, like, anyone who gives us money is our favorite. So we did that first before we did this one.
I tell you what, that's a cracker.
It is.
That's a fucking
it is a special.
cracker.
It was one of those ones where it went for like an hour and 40 minutes because we couldn't shut up, and we walked into it not knowing what we were going to talk about.
By the way, if you missed it, pluggo, that's the Patreon. What do we call it? Shitcast. We don't even have a name for it.
I change it every time. It doesn't matter. It's the only one that's on our Patreon.
Unleashed. It's unleashed.
DDU Once gone wild. Matt gets his boobs out. It's great.
But it's audio only, so you can't see.
Yeah, I mean, it's audio only, so you wouldn't know. I mean, I think it's the shame of it all is you've got your fucking whale shark behind you. Matt was describing to me and Keg on the Patreon paid pod fucking moneycast that about how whale sharks swim differently to tiger sharks because he's been away on holidays up the coast. And that, look, I'm glad that we recapped that.
You weren't even listening, were you? They swim the same way. That was the issue.
No, I thought their tails move differently.
Oh, I'm going to fucking slap you.
There was a lot of talk about sharks. And most of it, I like the ones that bite people, and that's about it.
Whale sharks are friendly, but their tails are like, listen! But they're friendly. However, they look like a shark. Their fins go side to side, okay? Just like a great white, just like a tiger shark.
Yeah, okay.
So from the air, you can get confused between an actual big fuck off shark and a whale shark, and that was the story I was trying to tell.
It was a good story.
Find out Patreon.
It was a good yarn.
Yeah,
it was a good yarn. It was just that I was too busy laughing at Matt giving us a demonstration with a whale shark out of nowhere instead of actually concentrating on what he was saying.
Well, it didn't fucking work, did it?
Keg would have listened though. Keg is a good listener. That's why me and him get along so well because I just talk at him for forever.
I forgot to retweet.
While we're talking about oddities of nature, right? I mean, not really oddities, but there is a pod, right, of fucking killer whales off the coast of where I live. And I don't think that's ever happened in my life. Nature is healing. Yeah. I'm like, I want to go out there and look. I don't give a shit about normal whales. Like, they're cool.
It's
and I don't want them
killer whales. So
I don't want them to die or whatever. I don't want like people to harvest dolphins. I think that's fucking horrible. But I'm also not particularly concerned about going and seeing them. But fucking killer whales, man. They're like gigantic, mean dolphins. Sign me up for that. Very smart.
I don't think there's been ever any recordings, maybe chat cameras, of killer whales killing a human. In the wild, sorry. In the wild. In,
I was going to say,
in captivity.
The one at SeaWorld that drowned its trainer.
Yeah, that's the fucking crazy thing. They're got to be smart, don't they?
I reckon.
The fucking orcas.
Yeah. I mean, I look at my dog and often I think like there's not much going on up there, but in the grand scheme of things is like in terms of animals, he's pretty switched on. They've got to be a lot smarter than that. I mean,
I saw a thing on Twitter today, or was it yesterday?
Orchid in chat, they all straight up do murders. There you go. Straight up, will do a murder.
Like, it killed a dolphin.
That's just nasty. You should never kill a dolphin. I think that's bad.
And it yeeted it out of the water. It fucking Titan yeeted it into the air.
As like a sign to the others, like, this is what you're in for if you fuck with me, kind of like a flex. Yeah, I think that's
what I did at seals as well, yeah.
Oof.
Well, this is a weird conversation. Killer whales.
I don't know. Whale sharks. I don't know. It's just, this is how my brain works. I took my oldest to netball this morning and it's like fucking freezing cold and blowing a gale and it's pissing down rain. And of course, like kids sport, they don't call off because the children can suffer. But really, it's not the children who suffer. It's the adults standing on the sideline. But when you're in wind and it's like one of those things at school, whenever there was a really windy day, everyone just carried on like an absolute pork chop. And I always thought it was like a myth, but my kids have been feral all day, and I'm just like, so I'm just scattered. So this is going to be a good podcast, is what I'm saying. We're going to cover a shitload of ground, and fuck knows where we'll end up. But I mean, there's not a whole heap going on in Destiny, so we don't have that much to talk about.
I still remember playing rugby in the rain, like in high school, and just like, it's the best. Yeah. Like it. You know, you don't get the grass burn and you just, everyone's slipping and sliding. You're just going fucking mental in the rain. And you get home, you have a warm shower. Oh, fuck. That was a pinnacle of life, mate.
I know, right? And you felt like you were being born again. Rain. The best thing about that is you can dive for a try from like fucking 25 meters out and just slide. Anyway. What have you been playing? Like, what have you been doing? because I play a little bit of Destiny. I am at level to do Grandmasters, but I haven't really bothered. I'm just gonna preface everything that's going to be covered here today with the statement that I kind of just looked at Solstice, and when Solstice was much the same thing again, I went, I'm going to sit this one out this year because I need a bit of a freshen up. I've got other things I want to do, and I don't want to burn myself out before we come into another cycle of Destiny. So I'm
Can you
on
keep
my...
talking for another 30 seconds because I was meant to tweet this.
I probably would have if you hadn't interrupted me. Now I feel like I've got like my brain is empty
no,
again.
Hold on.
Like fucking like shit, someone's just opened the valve and all of my thoughts have gone out my ear.
It's like when you tell someone you're a comedian, they're like, all right then, fucking funny man, tell a joke.
Yeah, fucking tell us a joke. Oh, it's like what you do with me all the time. Oh, you play guitar, play a whole fucking song. I'm like, normal people know how to play whole songs. I don't. I just learn the good riffs and then move on. Every guitarist does that.
Hold on.
What are you doing?
Mate, what a bloody beautiful cocky tail. What I mean, look at that tweet.
Are you
Guys,
actually just tweeting pictures of your cocktails?
Yeah. Yeah, but with the potty in there. Look, I've relapsed.
Into what? Oh, yeah.
I've got Twitter back on my phone.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Halo, but anyway. Halo's not really a relapse. It's a good lapse. Pro lapse.
I've got Twitter back on my phone. I think it's time to bring Twitter back. So what have I been playing this week? I played LASO, to be honest, as part of... Look, I fucking so desperately want to like GMs. I really do. I want there to be hard PvE content, but they are so far away from what I think is good content for solo players and endgame. And the thing is, okay, so I love solo dungeons. Solo Floors dungeons, I think, is like just the fucking chef kisses of what hard content should be like for Destiny, for both solo and probably teams. Of course, you can't make a dungeon every expansion. Of course, like, it gets boring. So like, GMs are meant to be repeatable use of assets that already exist, right? They make a strike, boom, they're there. And I've tried so many times, and I'm going to keep trying to like them. I've got a couple more experiences I need to do with them because I need to try them with me mates like you. I need to try them.
Me and you actually play games together.
Without
me chucking a sickie. That'll fucking
true. I need to try that. I need to try it without fucking the sassy Giga Chads who just do everything, because that fucks it too.
That is actually, you finish, and because we did briefly talk about this on the Patreon thing the other night, and I did go away and have a think about it. So I've got a couple.
Did ya?
Yep. I did a big brain thunk on it. So continue.
Yeah. And so anyway, I was like, well, fucking let's go back to the beginning. Let's see if I like LASO runs in Halo. So I've been playing Halo Reach LASO. I mean, the first thing is I couldn't get out of the fucking helicopter because I didn't realize that HUDs were off and there was no prompts on the screen. So I'm like, chat, how do I fucking get out of this thing? They're like, dude, and I was like, everyone's like, you probably should look at what the skulls do, mate. And I was like, nah, what's the fun in that, you dickhead? Yeah, kakaroo. So anyway, I had surprisingly a fair bit of fun, except for one of the things I needed to do is play the level first with checkpoints on, and then actually do the proper LASO run.
Yep.
So I could practice. And this comes back to me occupational therapy background, which is the whole... I don't think many people actually... Oh, here we go. Matt's on a fucking rant. I don't think many people understand what occupational therapy is. But at its core is an idea that humans define themselves, including health, and their health and well-being through occupations. And it's not just paid employment, it's leisure, it's recreation, it's playing guitar, it's playing video games. It's the things you do, right? Yeah. And a therapist's job is to get you back to that. And what we often do is we grade an approach, because there is an immense feeling of satisfaction when you get these increment levels of achievement and eventually you get to doing something you love. And what checkpoints do in video games is it gives you the feeling of mastery, of practicing something and knowing it's just out of reach and getting it done, and you tick that box and then you go. And that's exactly what I did with solo flawless runs. Did every checkpoint in a dungeon, you fucking get it down to a smooth criminal, and then you're like, okay, now let's go for the run. And I almost feel like a small change like that to Grandmasters, or at least the option to do them solo, or some sort of reward system for, you put the reward in there and then you put a way for them people to practice it. And I know you can practice it sort of by going through the other playlists and dropping your gear down and all this kind of shit, but it's not quite the same unless I don't think champions are exactly the same in Master. Do you know if they are? Anyway, that's what I need to look at. I want to look at whether you
can pop up through it.
Yeah, I want to look at, could you get really fucking close to practicing a Grandmaster with checkpoints? Because that is one of the key things that is missing for me is I can't get the mastery over a segment of the map. And when you die, you got to restart the whole fucking thing. So what happens is you don't get time to practice the really tough parts.
Yeah. I think that's part of it. I think that's part of it. You want to know what the other thing I think is?
What?
I think Halo is a single player campaign experience that allows multiple people in, and Grandmasters by design are a 3-man activity designed for 3 people. And like everything else in Destiny, you go into something, it's not I'm going to choose to do this multiplayer. It's that you might choose to solo something. Solo is the exception, not the rule, where for Halo, the opposite is true. So with things like Grandmasters, I'll ask you this. If you were playing LASO, right? You were doing a LASO run and you had 3 other people with you, or 2 other people. Do you think it'd be heaps easier?
Well, that's what I want to try too. Or imagine if we did LASO together, Loggy.
Just embarrassing ourselves. I'll give it a
Straight
go.
up content.
Yep, I'll give it a go. I'm happy to.
Well, that's what I want to test too. LASO in a team, you reset the checkpoint, right? If someone dies. So
True. Yeah, I'd forgotten about that. Where, obviously in Destiny, you get each other up after the timeout. And
yes. And you know what? It's probably an aspect of the balancing these mods. And that was my other main thing with GMs is the champions and the mods, I don't feel in the right spot. And that's what I'm trying to work out what there needs to be to make it feel, like, so, I agree with you. So GMs are not designed for solo people. They don't want that.
No, they're fucking brutal.
Part of the thing is, I do think there should be a solo PV activity for Destiny players. And the closest we ever got to something like that is solo flawless dungeons.
Yeah.
And I feel like there should be a playlist for this, and it needs to be designed for solo players, because I actually think your builds are like really more so important in solo than they are in teamwork GMs.
It
just feels fucking cool
that you could go back with Destiny's campaign missions, and it's a shame because we had the entire Red War campaign, which is probably the biggest meat and potatoes campaign we've ever had. But if you were to use that as an example, if you had that on, right, you had that as a piece of content, or maybe all of the seasonal actual missions that we've got now, anything, put them all back to back, and you go, okay, well, you can enable modifiers, the modifiers that come up, and you choose them, right? So that you get the experience you're talking about, okay, maybe it's too fucking hard to go straight in and do them all big dick. Maybe you need to put your toe in the water and not do the checkpoint one that it instantly kicks you to orbit when you die or whatever. But you build up to being able to do every mission in the game with every fucking modifier on. I think that I think there's merit in that, and that's like a solo thing. Or maybe you could do it as a group even, whatever, it doesn't matter. But I feel like that solo is much closer to the experience you're talking about with LASO than something like a Grandmaster. Because the thing with Grandmasters is, first and foremost, they're designed for a 3-man fire team, or 3-person fire team. And because of that, and because of the way we operate now, 7 years into the franchise, so fucking effectively, and everything so quickly gets reduced to a meta, and everyone's like, you know, and it's part of why I kind of don't really like running them with the our really alpha chad mates, because they're so fucking all right, we do this, that's that, cool, and it's all in this deadpan voice. I've killed that, I've done this, or whatever. And it's like, I'm just running around trying to fucking keep up. It doesn't feel like an organic fight. It feels like going through a process. And that's the point where I go, I'm bored. I'm going to go and blow up a ship. Right? So I think that like the champions and all that sort of stuff that's come in has come in as a result of, like, if there was no champions in GMs, they'd be fucking, people would burst through them in seconds. They'd be, you know, you wouldn't ever need to really work together. I think that's the difference. And I mean, I'd love to see Destiny get something a little bit more focused at solo players. Personally, I don't know that I'd even get anything out of it, but I think that, like, it should be there, right? I think it's a thing. And I think, like, going off your experience going through Halo, then into Destiny and doing the dungeons, and like maybe it's just the antisocial, you don't like people all that much, but you know, the solo content thing is really where you've kind of landed. It's kind of, now that you've done all that stuff and you've done what, like every fucking dungeon on every character and subclass now. Like you've
not
rung
every
it,
subclass, but I could go back and do, yeah.
Well, you've nearly wrung as much out of it as you can. If you could go and then do them and select the modifiers you put on them, would you do it?
Yeah, I mean that's you know what I'm getting at is like GMs are, you know, like a rotating, let's call it not dungeons, but they're, you know, rotating hard content. And I think any aspect that Destiny can recycle in a good way, such as solo, I think solo Lost Sectors is the perfect example of using an existing asset in a fantastic way.
It's
fucking
toe in the water in the right direction. The direction we're
like time limit, rotation on Lost Sectors, champions, like that is very close to what I think like difficulty level should be around with solo stuff. I actually like it more with the time limit than I do bullet sponges. Like I prefer it being tough, but it to test your build through destruction. I mean, you can go two ways, you know, like it could be a fucking time limit playlist and it could be a survival playlist. And I feel like most end game content is like, this is survival. Like fucking hide behind this rock for 20 minutes.
Just
like
throw pebbles at this person for 7 years until they die.
Yeah, but back to the idea of the Giga Chad, right? You perfectly describe what I'm saying is like, it's like being on a football field and sitting on the bench the whole time and you win you're in the grand final. You don't feel like you've contributed, right?
Yeah.
Or it's like not touching the ball. Man, you're on the footy field, you never touch the ball and you win. You don't feel good about that.
Yeah, no, it's a hollow victory, right? I mean, look, I'm sure that there's plenty of people out there that aren't doing it for the experience, right? They're not worried about that. They just want the shit at the end. And that is also part of it. Like, don't get me wrong, but you don't really get a whole heap out of doing LASO runs other than being able to tell people that you did it. So,
see, this is the thing, right? This is me whole fucking profession. Is there's inherent motivation and reward
in self-improvement
when you get the feeling of mastery.
Yeah, that, and when we're talking about recycling things, well, no, I feel like that's probably not the right word to use, but finding a way to further expand upon content that's already in the game, be it a single player mission or something, in the context of something that makes it incredibly difficult. The repetition of it is what makes you able to do it, right? Like that's the process, that's the build, that's the running through scales on your guitar until you can do them blindingly quick.
Yeah,
that's the thing. I think. I don't know. I mean, to me, it feels like, I don't know if it's something that they'll ever do, but I'd love to see them do it. Not necessarily for me, but I know that you'd be chomping at the bit. And I know that for every Mylan Games out there, there's fucking 10 other people who, you know, like at the point we're at now where they're a bit bored with it and would probably start pushing themselves into this sort of stuff just for the sake of self-improvement. The one thing is for sure, if you get people even dabbling in that sort of shit, like you look at the way the skill floor has gone up in the Destiny community since the inception of GMs. Like everyone knows their shit now. Everyone's building shit, and it's pretty rare that you can loaf along like I used to and not really give a fuck about the build and just go in and I wear June marches, that's it. That's all I'm worried about. I think that like they've done great in terms of getting people over that hurdle, but I feel like there's a middle step that would really allow people to sort of ramp up their ability, so to speak.
Well, think about it this way: like Destiny already grades nightfalls with the light level or the power level, right? You pick your difficulty, and I feel like you almost want a version of that with GMs, with the amount of enemies that spawn, how much health they got, but then like your modifiers, and you give like a sliding scale.
Well, we used to have the thing, if you remember, I can't remember what it was called, but the fucking Xur card thing that you could put all the modifiers in and choose how to, run your strikes with the different modifiers on it.
I forgot about that.
I'd forgotten about it too. I just remembered. See what No Cocky Tails does here? Probably 5 seconds quicker. You would have thought about it. Challenge cards. That's it. Sassy, the pure of heart, reminding us of what was in the game. But the precedent's been set. You could stack your card and go in and make things difficult for yourself. And I think that maybe it's an idea that never really took off because it never really, Destiny wasn't at the point that it is now. There wasn't that real hardcore PvE thing to do outside raids. I don't know. But I do think it's worth.
I just want to say, I just in general, I'm just really interested in stats on how many people complete GMs and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see. I'd be very interested.
And I'm also interested, like, I think I saw Fallout's video, and he was just obviously not a huge amount of numbers, but enough, data from his community about why people do them, and most people are doing them for the title, not even the loot.
Yeah, I mean, other than getting golf balls and chasing like a god roll plug one like bloody Aura got and destroyed me with 1v1s. There's not that much in it. Like if it's not a week that it's a gun that you're chasing, there's no real carrot beyond getting in there and doing it. Having said that, there's a few changes that they've made that are in the 12 if and when we get to that, but more or less around, I'll just touch on it now, more or less around, how there's the catch-up week where you could do whatever. They've refined that into like it basically becomes a hopper of the ones that you haven't done and you can check them off. So that it's not like when it becomes everything week, everyone just smashes the shit out of Lake of Shadows and that's it and it's done. Which I kind of get. I mean, Lake of Shadows isn't in the rotation now anyway, but I think they want everyone to give all of them a crack. I think that's is
that because people grinding materials on it?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think the economy for materials is that bad anyway.
Yeah, tell me this. What is wrong with people maxing out their stats and masterworking their armor?
Yeah, nothing. And look, you don't get anything particularly great out of it except materials to infuse stuff. You get your golf balls out of it, and that's about it. That's all I care about. Like you'd be better off grinding umbrals and focused umbral engrams and stuff to try and get stat-focused gear if that's what you're after. So it's like it's 1/4 of the puzzle of having a great loadout, and they're trying to wind it back. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, and the Nick's touched on the weekly rotation.
Yeah, I'm interested. I've listened to the changes, but I don't really understand them. So I want to go through them in detail on the body anyway. But look, the last thing on this, not the last thing, but I just saw in chat bring it up, and this is what I agree too, is like the major difference between something like LASO and in Halo and Destiny is you have all the tools in Halo.
Yeah.
Everything's in front of you that you can ever need to pass it. And if someone else gets it done and you don't get it done, the only difference is the skill gap and trial and error of experimenting how to get through that encounter. One of the...
Yeah, because you can't blame your loadout. You can't blame not having the tools.
One of the things that Destiny that makes it great, but also like it is 100% a double-edged sword, is you don't have all the tools. And the good thing about not having the tools is it creates the motivation to grind. For example, I was motivated to go and grind enough raid tokens to get Anarchy because I never got it.
Yep.
And everyone's like, I can't believe you're doing solo flawless without fucking, like, what, you fucking maniac? How are you getting this shit done with Witherhorde? Right, I did all the dungeons with not Anarchy, and then I went and got Anarchy afterwards.
Well, I'll tell you what, if there's a fucking nerf comes in, if there's a nerf comes in, the world belongs to Mylan because everyone else is like shitting themselves that it's going to get a whack on the head.
I might upload fucking non-Anarchy flawless runs. So, and the reason why it's a double-edged sword is because then there's a whole bunch of like people said in chat that I mean, I'm at the point now where everyone's like Stasis Warlock is fucking uber powerful for GMs. And I sort of want to try it out.
Yeah. That's what the boys have been running.
I haven't unlocked Stasis on me Warlock, have I?
Can we talk about the other thing with GMs? Right. You need to reach 1335 light to run them. And then the second you get there, you're capped. So you can't, it's not like you can go above it. It's just sort of like there's a modifier on it so that you go in at that level.
Yeah.
Completely negating the fact that you're below level or above level or anything. So light level makes no difference. Then why have the bottom limit? Because like I play a shitload of Destiny, right? Like I'm a fucking, like more than 2 days work at work, right? And I jump in and I'm still not at fucking level. I've just been, obviously I haven't been playing fucking Gambit to get pinnacle drops. I'll put it that way. That's not been my focus. I was fucking close, but I just feel like it's one of those things that's like, it's another hurdle that probably doesn't really need to be there. And it doesn't really add anything to the experience. And I feel like it could be at any fucking light level. It doesn't matter. They will be equally as hard. That's my whinge.
Agreed.
And look, like, let's be fucking honest. I could have been there if I had chose to just sit in the fucking throwaway.
Well,
with a macro and farm. Like, fuck that.
This is guys, strap in. This is a fucking loose episode today. This is the same conversation as the whole difficulty. Let's talk about the whole difficulty cap or whatever you want to fucking call it. People bang. Because have you done Master Vogue yet or not?
No.
Can we do one?
I'm sure we can at some point. I reckon.
Can we try one?
Yeah, we'll try one. We'll put one together. I don't know when. I mean, like,
but I'm
soon.
meant to be. Yeah, see, it's the same conversation, right? And I feel like all the things that I don't like about GMs are almost exacerbated in Master Vogue, but now you've got 6 people having to fucking deal with it, and it's like it just feels cheap. I don't know. It feels hard for the sake of.
It feels artificially difficult rather than more challenging. And I know that that's like the most ass backwards way of trying to make a point ever. But I think there's a distinction between and look, if there's any single thing that is indicative of artificial difficulty in Destiny, it's champions. And there's champions in raids now where they never used to be. And I feel like they're a cockblock that forces you to, like engage in one particular way. And be that, I think they're a clever solution to a problem. I don't think they're the be all or end all. And I don't think they should be everywhere. But yeah, I agree.
I definitely want to play it. I want to see what it's like. I want to know.
I'm not worried about.
I have watched Data's video.
Time lost weapons. It's not doing it for me, and I don't know why. And I say that just sort of completely, like having not really considered why. But that's just where I'm at. If you're out there and you're loving your time lost Fatebringer, fucking tell me how dumb I am. Fucking Danielle was just coming and called everyone guns. Still the most Australian person that's ever been on this podcast.
Yeah, basically. I'm. But at the end of the day, it's not the first time Bungie. I don't know. I hope they don't just scrap it. I hope it's like we tried a thing to make really high level 6-player raid activities.
Yep.
And it maybe didn't quite hit the mark, and we can look at how to get a better balance. And I need to go back and watch a couple more videos on why people. I think it's just like, I think it's the same thing as GMs. Like, it's not fun to empty your entire magazine into a red bar, into a standard enemy, and then get one tapped by them. Like, because you feel like you can't do anything against that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's you sort of are forced into either like you're forced to play a particular way to counter it. And I think that's what the part of it that kind of I don't like all that much. But it is what it is. Maybe them's the ropes, and me and you need to get on them rather than just sitting here like grumpy old men bitching about it. But
yeah, complain about shit you know nothing about.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's why I've set a challenge for myself. That's why I'm doing LASO. That's why I'm doing solo GMs. That's why I need to do some solo some GMs in a group, because the social aspects of Destiny play a huge part in the gameplay loop. That's why I want to try it. And it depends who you're playing with too. You know, there's a difference between me doing it on. There's also a difference between me doing it on stream with people I don't play very much with, and doing it with fucking the boys and what the cocky tailed. You know,
yeah,
fuck.
It's a different animal. But look, to put a bow on it, we know we don't know anything about anything. We're just sitting here shooting from the hip, and this is how we feel, right?
That's how we
and
feel.
whether you're a dumb cunt or not, you're allowed to feel things. Okay. All right. We're going to segue into my most important thing of this month. All right. Let me load it up. Here we are. Boonk. There we go. Oh, it's off center. Anyway, that is 2/3 of the community stream calendar for July 2021 for Destiny fans. So the Australian, hang on. I'll see if I can open image in new tab. Did that work? That's a bit better, kind of. You can see it all now anyway. And if you're listening to this audio only, just take my word for it. It's fucking amazing. Keggy
Log is
it.
currently showing a very colourful calendar listing all Australian content creators who, if you go to their stream and demand them to do a shoey, they will drink a beer from a fucking old shoe, right?
I've already done my night, so I'm happy enough for that to be the statement. I did mine on last Monday, and I 1v1 to anyone who wanted to turn up and 1v1 me. So I invariably got dumpstered by a few people who were way, way better than me.
Oh, how frustrating is 1v1s?
I love it. I'll say this genuinely, like I had as much, if not more fun doing that than, and like part of it is connection. And I'll go back to this so we can talk. Part of it is connection, because everyone I played for the most part was in Australia, so we had pretty reasonable connections. And it was sort of like, well, we had a brief chat, and like people that I don't know so well, how you going? What do you do? Who are you? All that sort of thing.
Oh, and you would talk them in voice,
just calling them into voice comms and having a chat.
Nice.
And then like, well, what do you want to play with? And some people were like, oh, I don't give a shit. We'll just muck around. Nick, the weirdo, wanted fusion rifles. Everyone's got their kinks, I suppose. But it was sort of like, well, okay, I'm going into this game, and like the game where I played Sassy, he fucking used the quick swap off the bow to a hand cannon, and just was like 0.3 second time to killing me just to fucking meme on me because he's such an edgelord. But it's a thing, and it was like, okay, well, fair and square. And because he's in there and I'm talking to him, I'm like, how the fuck are you doing that? Like, it becomes a different thing. So I'd encourage you, if you're a bit bored with Destiny.
Maybe the talking made a difference.
Yeah, if you're a bit bored with Destiny, but you still got a group of friends who like playing Destiny, just go and, maybe it's 2v2s or fucking anything. It doesn't matter. Just jump in and play against each other and have a laugh and try different shit. And talk about it and talk, I had a great night. It was really good fun.
I'm telling you, we need exotic. I'm telling you right fucking now, we need exotic gun game in nuts. Destiny.
It'd be nuts. I do agree. I agree. I think it's very strong.
And the final gun in exotic gun game is OG Galahorn.
And that's the only time you ever get it.
Yeah.
Like it's not actually in the game. It's just fucking.
Yeah.
Imagine the first person that loads into gun game and gets it. They'd be like, oh my fucking god.
Fucking go!
All right, to go back to the calendar, let me do a little bit of an update. Tonight we have Ice Warrior. He's grinding Solstice of Heroes. So if you're looking for someone to jump in and have a crack with, go and see Ice. He's a very, very nice man. Crazy Jade tomorrow night on Sunday, doing trials help and other PvP things. So if you're still playing trials, that's you've got goals you want to check off. Go and see him. Speaks, the nicest man in the Australian Destiny community. I'll say that with absolute surety.
Please tell him he's doing GM carries. I might tune in.
He's doing Fate Breaker seal help. So the raid seal. And going through, because there's all the subclass challenges and stuff.
Oh yeah, don't remind me about that, Nicholas in chat. You fuckwit.
And then KB is doing helping people get pinnacles, and Alpha is doing Crucible and Chill, which is that's just very Alpha Wolf Ball. So that'll bring us out for the week, and I'll recap this next week, and we'll talk about, if you want to wait till the 26th, Dead Shit's doing some GM help.
Yeah, you haven't even explained it. All right, let me do a bit of.
Explain what? It's just a fucking calendar of people put their name down. And gonna do a thing.
It's not just a fucking calendar. Log's been working with Destiny Fans, which is official arm of Destiny in Australia. They are great with working with the community. Log's been working with them and trying to organize all the kids to get on a day and to organize what they're doing and to put it in a calendar so everybody can meet each other and have a great old time. Get wrecked, the rest of the fucking world. Australia is the best. Eat a D.
The thing is, right? Like, we only get away with this because of an economy of scale.
Yeah.
Our greatest strength is that we are small.
Small, yeah. Our greatest strength is we
like
are small.
there is a chance that I can just know everyone in the Aussie Destiny community on a first name basis, and so can the amazing folks at Bungie that do their stuff here. So look, Fez.
So if you what? So here's the thing: if you are an Australian streamer, and you're not fucking on the list, what do we do?
You just got to get into the Destiny Fans Discord. Tweet me, and I'll put you in touch with
fucking tweet
the people who run it.
Get in.
You don't have to be abusive about it, but it'll probably help. I'll do it quicker if you are.
There you go.
As we touched on with, we won't recap it, but old mate that got the severe burn on me last weekend, and I read it in his tweet and went, fair enough. I respect that.
Yeah. Anyone can join, and it's a great way to meet other Australian content creators. And look, is it the first in the official?
I think
Destiny?
so. I don't know that there's any other regions doing this.
Countries doing it?
I don't know. I mean, Keg designed it, so I don't know if Keg's like moonlighting, helping anyone else out. But I just do all the legwork and nag people into doing it, and then Keg makes it beautiful with his Pictionary skills. That's basically it. But I mean, we did it last month, and it's good, and it's like it gives everyone the opportunity to come in and just contribute in whatever way they feel suits who they are as a person. So like if you can come in and just draw Destiny related stuff.
I did a cocktail night.
Matt made the Destiny cocktails. It's right.
We had a night with Ace.
Yeah,
not Ace. We had a night with Cade.
Yeah. So you didn't make the glowing blue one, did you? Yeah, you just got really... Look, I don't want everyone thinking you can just come in here and get shit-faced and that's good enough. Okay? No. That's not good enough. Like just getting blind. We've got enough
drunks as it is.
Yeah, I'm having enough difficulty roping this Muppet in, let alone any other drunks that want to come in and get on the fucking books. Okay, so look, I'm not going to tell you can't be drunk while you're doing something else, but at least have something other than I'm going to make cocktails and drink them.
Bro. There you go. Right. That's how you plug.
Yeah, look, because it's my baby, I just feel weird about talking about it too much. So
there you go. I helped you out.
Yeah, what a dude, what a friend. All right, let's jump into the TWAB and we'll blast through it and we'll talk about everything that's going on in this current week. Also, I don't know how you feel about rumors, Matt, but there's a big rumor, a big, epic-sized Destiny rumor that's going around.
Epic-sized nug.
Oh, it is a choice nug of.
It is stinky.
No, I nearly said juicy, and then I stopped myself because that's fucking revolting. But anyway, we'll come back to that and we'll talk about that at the end because I think that we'll open the chat up at that point and then everyone can get into it. We can all talk about it
Right,
together. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Here's the twab. The sting for the twab has to be my favorite thing about this podcast because it is so unnecessary and useless. It's like an amp
hours
up.
are we in?
Yeah, like we're 45 minutes into a podcast, then we play the sting to actually start talking about Destiny. Anyway, whatever. At least now you know to concentrate if you haven't bothered reading it yourself. So, I don't want to go into it.
Here's a quick question that blew my mind.
What's that?
So I'm just looking at some of the images on the twab, right?
Yes.
And the golf balls.
Yes.
What a mind fuck. If you asked me to draw a golf ball, I would have drawn them yellow. But now I'm thinking about it, the background's yellow and they're actually fucking just clear or white.
That's why we call them golf balls.
Okay, I'm a massive smooth brain. I don't know. I just the way that like. Does that not spin you out seeing it without the background?
No.
Oh, you know the thing is, I haven't seen that many in my life. So
yeah, I've only seen a couple of them. I thought they were yellow. Fucking rare. Fucking Loch Ness monster eggs. And they're not even real. You have the smoothest brain PhD of all time.
Wait, do you know what I think it is though? Well, apart from having 2 cocktails, do you know what I think it is? I think it's, you know, when you ask someone, do they see red or blue or fucking, you know, like which part of the picture they focus on?
Yeah.
It's got to be that because my brain focuses on the background, you know?
Well, I mean, I think Destiny is inherently designed that way too, though, so that you can establish the quality of an item by the background rather than the picture of it itself. So, like, if you said what color do I associate with it, I would have said yellow or gold or whatever. But what color are the actual things? I mean, they're very clearly fucking clear. All right. Okay. So there are changes upcoming to the Vanguard ranks. We'll just quickly blast through this. I won't read the preamble, but we'll read the changes that are coming. In Season 15, Ritual Reputation System on Lord Shaxx, the Drifter, and Commander Zavala will be known as Crucible, Gambit, and Vanguard ranks. The names Infamy and Valor will be retired. Glory will continue to live on as the competitive reputation handle. We'll be introducing Trials ranks in Season 15. More about that in a future TWAB. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what they do with that and how it actually pans out. We're rebalancing all ranking systems to have similar progression times. Our goal is to let players reset Vanguard, Crucible, and Gambit ranks slightly faster on average than Valor currently allows. There will no longer be ritual specific rules that impede progress, much like the top of Infamy resetting itself. Can you just break this
down for me?
I'm just going to blast. I'm going to blast through it. I'm going to blast through it, and then I'm going to tell you the shit you need to know.
I need you to cha-cha smooth it.
I will. I'll convert it to smoothbrain.pdf after this, okay? And PDF so that you can't modify it yourself and ruin it. There will no longer be ritual-specific rules that impede progress. I've read that twice just so it sinks in. We're removing win streak bonuses in exchange for activity streak bonuses. So just participating in the activity will speed them up. Reputation bonus weeks have been standardized to 2 times multipliers when active. And bounties will no longer provide reputation as rewards, but primary focus on XP, so your season pass instead. Basically, they're consolidating all of the fucking little rank ups that you get for Crucible, Strikes, and playing Gambit. They're going to make them all the same. They're going to progress faster based on how much you are playing them, not how much you are winning. And they're going to progress quicker. Now, the one thing that it doesn't touch on...
Sorry, I was focusing on how good my cocktail was when you were speaking.
This will have no tangible impact on your life whatsoever. Okay? You will not even notice that this has happened. Okay, you don't need to worry about it. I don't even need to worry about it. Yeah,
I go to Shaq's. There's that little fucking bar at the top.
Yep.
Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, the ranks. Like, you know, you rank up through that. You'll do that faster.
Yeah,
that's
and
it.
You add tokens.
Yeah, well, tokens are a different thing, but tokens are
Yeah, don't you hand tokens in to rank it up or no?
Nah, the tokens, you turn in the tokens to get the engram.
I don't even understand how it works now.
The XP thing is separate. So it's the bar where you get like your mod stuff, and then it ends up with you getting at exotic. The thing you've got to go there to reset, which is a pain in the ass. Which is like, what I'm saying is I hope that they fucking revisit that system in that it just drops automatically rather than making everyone go back and pick up all the things and use them before they can reset it again. Because it's very annoying. But Matt, in all honesty, this will have no impact on you whatsoever. You won't even notice that it's happened. You will not. Does anyone in chat think that Matt will even notice that this has happened? All right, there's a bit of minutiae about it, but let's not get too into.
Why is everyone telling me to hand in me tokens?
Oh, because they're getting rid of that. I think they're getting rid of the token thing, so just get rid of them. It's just another currency deprecated.
Okay, so I play Crucible. Talk me through. What happens?
You rank up.
I finish a game of Crucible. What happens?
You rank up. You get Crucible XP because it's no longer called Valor.
Right. You just get XP.
Yep. You get enough of it. You get like the mod components and stuff you get out of Shaq's.
Right.
That's it. And if you keep doing that, then eventually you get to the end and then you reset it. And then guess what?
Yeah.
Then you do it again.
I reckon there's been years. I haven't handed in tokens for probably fucking years. I'm going to have a stream.
I have like 130 engrams just sitting there to be decrypted that I'm like looking at going, there isn't even anything in that loot pool that I want. So I'm considering letting it sail away into the seas of deletion. Yes.
Do you want to have a decrypt party and we just get fucking blasted and we just sit there talking to chat? Decrypting
and just like don't empty your postmaster, just let it all go to the bin.
No, you got to talk me through what I should keep and what I shouldn't keep.
That sounds horrible. Like I have to talk you through it, or your chat has to. I don't want to do
that's
it.
That's why we're adding. Oh, that's why we're adding the drinks, mate, and the pizza.
Okay. Oh yeah.
You don't want to do it.
I'll see if I can make it. Yeah, I might be there late, mate. Yeah. Anyway. All right. So the other change is that instead of needing wins, you can just turn up, play in a playlist, and you'll basically get a bonus to your progression or to your acquisition of the XP for turning up. That'll reset after a short while, or if you quit an activity, which is good. That's good. Right, what else is in here? There's a thing about the Grandmaster and Conqueror and all that sort of stuff. Here's the thing about the catch-up node, which is basically the most important part of it. The Grandmaster catch-up node will become available at the same time the Grandmaster difficulty is available, so long as you have the Conqueror title but have not yet gilded it this season. Right, so you are always...
this is straight over. This fucking slides over me smooth head.
Is that why you should cutting your hair short? Just an extra glide of the smooth brain. Someone send help.
Remind me, don't have two coggy tails before stream again.
It's fine. It's good because this is like the crap part where we actually have to talk about like the ins and outs of something that most people have already read anyway, and we know that we're just making fun of. But so you're making me not even want to do it because I can just the second I start talking in the logs reading voice, Matt's eyes glaze over, and I'm like, I'm reading it knowing I'm going to have to explain it again anyway.
Go on. I'll promise. I'm paying real attention. Go.
The Grandmaster catch-up node, will become available at the same time as the Grandmaster difficulty.
What does that mean?
It means when Grandmasters start, the node will be present. You know, the node.
Oh.
Yep. So you can.
So not this season. So next season.
Next season. It's coming next season.
So as soon as Grandmasters
Yep.
are out,
you'll have
there'll be
access
a node.
to the node where you can select the different ones that you need to do Conqueror.
Okay.
Okay. You have
Conqueror title is what? You got to do all the fucking Grandmasters.
It's all of the Grandmasters in a given season. There's a little bit
Is that
more
all
to it than
Conqueror is? Or is it more should do it?
I'm not sure what the current ones are, but that was it when I did it. I haven't done it. I haven't gilded it. I'll put it that way.
Does it change depending on the season?
I believe so. I believe it changed slightly, but I don't think too much. But it is, my understanding of it is that it's just everything in that current season. So the deal is, as long as you've got Conqueror once already, the node's there. And provided you haven't gilded it yet this season, which when it opens up the first week, you won't have. But you'll be able to go in and do it all in the first week by the sounds of it. Each Grandmaster Nightfall will be available if the fire team leader has not completed the gilding triumph for that strike during the season. So you haven't completed it that season, you'll be able to access it through that for the fire team leader. I foresee people farming people who've not yet done the GM.
I got good news for you. I've never gilded it in my life. Send the DM, baby. I'll be your fire team leader.
In other words, you may play each featured strike for a season to earn your gilded title. Once you've gilded your title, the catch-up node will no longer be available and you'll just be able to access the one that's the weekly one. So it's more or less, it's better in a way because it means people can jump in right at the tail end and knock it all out, boom, 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 without it being on a rotation week where you can select them all. Or if you wanted to do that straight off the bat, get them all done and maybe go and chill and do other stuff for a while. So a good change, but I think that the only thing that it really cuts out of the loop is that sort of like targeted farming of the whatever the easiest fucking GM is that's in the rotation that season. That will no longer be part of it. So yeah.
Sorry, my headset keeps turning off. So you, basically, you won't be able to. Oh yeah, I know. Tell me about it. You won't, like I have enough trouble hearing.
You won't be able to select strikes to farm. You'll be able to select them to do them to knock over your title, but you won't be able to select them to farm. So basically, you're going to have all of a sudden, all my DMs are blowing up, kids. My Steam friend list is going mental. Have you done
Everyone
this strike
wants me
yet?
on board. I haven't done gilded, baby.
Yeah.
But you get golf balls and master, do you not?
Yeah, it's still worth it, but you'll also get them from your seasonal rank ups. I don't think you're going to need to farm it as hard as you currently do. And I think like on the weeks where there's a weapon that you want that's the specific drop, that'll be what you're chasing rather than just your run-of-the-mill rank up stuff. Yeah, run-of-the-mill, armor infusion materials and shit like that.
But you won't be able to farm weapons either, eh?
No, well, you will be in the appropriate week because you'll just be playing the same strike
only in the appropriate
current week over and over again. Yeah.
Ooh. So what do people think about this?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't really spoken to anyone about it. It kind of went under the radar and everyone went a bit meh. But I'm sure there's people who are annoyed, but personally.
I mean, to play devil's advocate, why get rid of it? Like, what's wrong with allowing people who are already gilded to pick something and farm it for end game material, which in the grand scheme of things, there's nothing to do with anyway.
It's true, but I mean, I think what's probably more the case of what's happening here is that they implemented the rotation week for a purpose, and that was to allow people to catch up, and it's not quite worked out the way that they planned in terms of like there would be weeks where that's the case and people aren't around or aren't available to do it, and so they miss out on their title, where this makes it so that irrespective of when you do it, once we're in Grandmaster period of a season, that people can go in and select to do it. I think the fact that it knocks farming materials on the head is kind of secondary. But again, deliberate, because they've made it so that you can't farm through this. Otherwise, all of them would be available at all times. So it's kind of, I don't know. It's a double-edged sword in a way. I think it's a better system in terms of allowing people to complete the GMs. But it kind of sucks that, easy peasy golf ball farms are not going to be a thing anymore.
Yeah, but that's sort of what I'm saying is like, what's wrong with people having a stockpile of golf balls?
Nothing really. Especially now that armor like sunsetting is gone. We don't have to worry about it. Like, I have no foreseeable need to really even infuse anything else, so I'm not particularly worried about it. So I'm kind of good. But having said that, people are far more hardcore about it than me, and there will be a need for those things in the future if you're trying to build several different sets around different exotics or whatnot.
That's what you want people to do.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're stopping people from what you should be doing endgame.
I don't think it's stopping people doing the end game. I think that like you'd still be able to farm the current week's strike for materials. It's just that you no longer get to choose the fucking easiest one all the time. Like that's it. Like if you really want to farm, you farm and you go and do the one that's the current week, rather than Lake of Shadows and do 10-minute runs of that and never have to do any GMs the next week. I don't know. I don't think it's like a neutral change. It's just different. It's better in some ways, worse in others.
If all your systems only ever rely on external motivation, being the loot, well then the only thing you can change is the loot if you want them to play different shit.
Yeah, it's true.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if the only reason people ever play GMs is to get golf balls, they're externally motivated by the loot, well then if you want them to play other shit, you got to give them a better motivation, i.e. strikes that take longer, give them more golf balls, or give them strike specific loot.
Destiny's always been in a funny position with that too, because it's the RNG element. Like it's not a known quantity that you can go in and definitely get something. You're far more likely to, but I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how it pans out, because I feel like double drop Nightfall weeks and stuff, they're not going anywhere. So there's still going to be weeks where it's like, oh, this is the week to farm it. But not quite the same as it was. That's for sure. There's not much else in the TWAB. That's about the size of it. What have you done lore-wise? Have you done any lore videos of late? What have you been?
Yeah, I missed this week, but I read an entry in Season of the Splice about Aphrodite. Well, it wasn't really about Aphrodite. We don't know. It's a fucking weird entry, man. It's about someone who goes to the Outer Rim, the pacifist colony, where the bug huggers and friendly people to the Elixir, and the flavor text mentions Aphrodite, and it's like, I guess my question was, why the fuck is this here? Why is there a single entry mentioning this outer system where we are friends with the Elixir, and it also mentions Aphrodite in the flavor text saying a peace through violence is no peace at all. And I'm like, so anyway, it got me excited about thinking about Aphrodite and if she would ever return. And then I ended up just falling down a rabbit hole of, holy shit, Aphrodite's like linked with heaps of stuff. And it would be very easy to bring it back. So I made a 30+ minute video on Aphrodite.
Beautiful. So do you think we're gonna see Aphrodite again? Because I mean, we haven't since what, Rise of Iron, the
since
Iron Temple, right? Yeah.
So here's the whole stick with this new piece of lore. It is a recording log from a ship, and the guy's using the recording log like a dear diary. So it's basically diary entries.
Dear diary.
Dear diary, still lost in space.
My mum is such a bitch.
Yeah, basically. And it's a law entry for the farewell sidearm, from Season of Splicer.
Yep.
The multicolored fucking sidearm. And it basically ends with this person makes friends with the Fallen. He develops some or he or she, don't know, but the only reference is they're called HG01. That's it. Right. And they basically give their sidearm to the Fallen and they say, I can't take this anymore. I'm going to wait for you past the Jovians at the pacifist colony. And if you find me, you'll never get these messages. If you don't find me, I've given me sidearm to this Fallen. He'll give it to you, or he'll give it to the Vanguard if you're dead. Of course, we get it. So we're assuming
He's
that whoever these letters are to, they're dead.
Yep.
So my question is this meant to be Aphrodite's lover? And is this closing Aphrodite's story? Did she die on her way back to the Jovians? Is this a hint that
seems
she's
like
been killed off screen?
Yeah, look, it'd be an odd way to do her over, wouldn't it?
Well, okay,
stranger things have
exactly.
happened.
That's my thoughts. It would be weird to do it like that. But then it's equally weird that we have a single entry that the writers want to draw our attention to Aphrodite, who's not mentioned anywhere else in the thing. Just the flavor, the flavor text. Just the flavor text.
Yep.
Is a quote by Aphrodite. And everything underneath that is an anonymous character talking about their lover and waiting for them in the outer rim.
Yeah, so there's a heavy implication there, but not real. Yeah.
Why? So then, why?
Yeah.
What? It doesn't add to the current narrative.
To play the other side of it.
Yeah.
There's never been a more appropriate season to reference Aphrodite, right?
Yes.
Because we're all bug huggers now. We're all.
Yes. So that's my final comments too. Is it just because Aphrodite left and she wanted to use the light in different ways, and here we are being friends with Mithrax, and so it's just thematically appropriate to bring it up. I see this Grimoire card or this lore entry being like the Grimoire cards of old that could sit there for a while and nothing could happen with it, and eventually they might come back and revisit it and be like, it was someone else, or it could be something. It feels incomplete at the moment, which is cool because we haven't. A lot of stories are completed now in Destiny. I know I say I complain when stories aren't completed, but like,
I mean, damned if you do, damned if you don't. It's like watching Loki on TV. You want to see what happens in the last episode, but when it happens, you're fucking sad after because it's done. What am I going to do with my life now? How will I live with that fucking alligator Loki?
Do you know what I wasn't sad that fucking finished?
What?
Fucking the new Black Widow movie.
I haven't watched it. No good. No
Don't
good.
fucking bother.
Oh, I mean, I will because I watch it.
Absolutely.
Isla will be all over it. My daughter will be all over it. So,
it's trash.
Do you think? Now I know that this is tempting high tier heresy given the subculture we inhabit. But do you think maybe like superhero movies like that have kind of run their course for a bit? Because what happens in it, right? Like she does something, there's a few like revelations about her own character. She's there's someone that's done something and she figures out who they are, and then she fights the big bad guy at the end and wins. And like, how close have I got?
Hey, no, let's not spoil it for anyone, right? But
I haven't watched it.
No.
But I'm saying that it's at the point now where it's so formulaic to an extent that I find it really fucking like it's nearly eye rolling. But to say that, I think the best shit that they've done in years has been the TV series because they don't fucking conform to it. They take that and they go, well, we've got fucking 5 hours that we can spend on actual proper, like, really getting to know the character. And it's more about getting to know the character than let's blow up a fucking train station and have a massive gunfight and kill the bad guy at the end and walk off into the sunset with an explosion behind us.
I agree. I feel like I liked Loki best. I don't know how we got on this. I like Loki better than WandaVision. Is another TV series?
Yeah, Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
I haven't seen that one actually.
It's great. It's of them probably my pick.
Right. Okay. I might watch that.
Look, there's a lot in that. It's of all of them is far more sort of rooted in our world. I suppose is probably that's the part of it I enjoyed most. Is that much like the most recent season of Destiny, there is a very, very, very big mirror being held up to you to go, hey, you need to think about actual things. And, you know, this is a Marvel fucking TV show, but all of the things that are fucked that are happening here exist in your real world and you need to think about them. So I like it for that reason.
Yeah. I think the answer to the question, like, is have we had the end of, like, you know, we're getting a bit sick of superhero movies. I think the best spin on that genre has been what The Boys did on Amazon with the...
I mean...
with that.
We are 100% the target audience for that.
I mean, I just love that.
Like for as a movie or as a TV series, like the fact that like Billy Butcher is the character that he is, it's basically like, you know, it's fait accompli that we're gonna like it. Oh wow, he geez, he says cunt a lot. What a champion. It's an easy win, but I think that like that's the evolution of it, right? Like it's broken out of the mold of like, okay, well, superheroes are for kids. Now it's sort of like, well, it's the same universe. And now it's definitely for adults. And I just think that like we'll see it dwindle, much like we saw big action hero movies like fucking Arnie and all that sort of shit when we were kids. Like they kind of die out, you know, like that to an extent they still exist in a lesser, I'm not going to say a lesser form, but a sort of like a much more sleek form in things like John Wick and Nobody and things like that. Like those movies still kind of exist, but you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger, like on a movie poster now, just selling a movie just by look at the size of this dude and he's going to kill bad people.
Yeah,
doesn't really work anymore. So I think we'll see a similar thing happen with the superhero movies, and I think that's fine.
What's the next big? We haven't had a big swing, have we? Welcome to Logan. Welcome to Logan. Matt discuss cinema.
Well, to bring it full fucking circle, there is a Halo TV series in the works. Did you know that?
Huh?
There's a Halo TV series in the works.
To be honest, the next big thing is fucking video games. Witch has already done it.
Or it's
I know it's based on books too.
Science fiction. I think like sci-fi is.
Science.
Like,
oh yeah, I reckon sci-fi is going to come back. Not that it went anywhere, but like.
Yeah, but it kind of went out of vogue,
dominated the
right?
genre.
It went out of vogue. It went out of vogue. Like it went, you know, Star Wars, and it had its like 15-year run of Star Wars and Star Trek and all that sort of stuff, and then it sort of jumped back down to, you know, its core following of whatever people who are into that sort of stuff, whether it's popular or not, and I think it'll peak back up. It's fun. It's like anything. It's like music, but on the Halo thing, the thing that the juicy nugget that we were talking about earlier,
the juicy
is that later this year there is going to be a Destiny Halo crossover.
Huh?
Yeah, you heard me right. There's a lot of background noise about it. I haven't looked into the data mine shit. I saw that there was stuff that people had data mined. Then I did a big old noperino, but we were talking about it in a chat, in our chat, and the thing came up that over recent TWABs, there has been a shitload of references to Halo, very very subtly in the titles of fucking the titles of paragraphs, sub-paragraphs and stuff in TWABs, like I need a weapon, don't make a girl a promise, all this very, very iconic Halo stuff that like at face value you go, oh, okay, cool. But coming up to Bungie's 30th anniversary, the fact that they're no longer tied to Activision or anything like that, they could go and, you know, work with Microsoft and do this stuff with 343, I guess. I don't think it's as insane as it sounds. I don't think it's as insane as it sounds. What shape that is, I don't fucking know. Do we get Master Chief in Destiny somehow? I doubt it. I doubt that it'll go that far. Maybe we'll get like golden age weapons that are, the BR or something. I mean, we've already got it. It's Dead Man's, but I don't know. But that's the yarn going around.
Crossover feels too far to me. It feels too far.
I don't think we'll see characters crossover. I don't think it'll go that far. But I feel like there is going to be a very
universes
deliberate nod to this is all. You could effectively make Halo canon in the Destiny universe. Well, in a way, I feel like there will be a nod.
Is Halo and like our world the same universe?
Yeah.
Like, there's an Earth in Halo, right? There is Earth and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look, it'd take some shoehorning and retroactive mental gymnastics to make it all fit in the one thing. Maybe it'll just be we'll get guns, or maybe we'll get a quest that's reminiscent of it or something. Who knows? But there are big whispers around that. So if that's something you're into, which I think both of us definitely are, I'd love to see it. That's sort of like the two big gaming universes that I fanboy over having a baby. Sign me the fuck up.
It'll be like back in the day when you watch fucking Ninja Turtles and Transformers and you had both Ninja Turtles and Transformer toys. Then all of a sudden your favorite fucking cartoons had Ninja Turtles and Transformers in the same fucking thing. And then what happens, Log? They release a limited fucking edition, which is Ninja Turtles and Transformers, and is essentially is a license to print fucking money. That's what you would do.
I'm subscribing now for the Master Shacks collection. I'm fucking
Master Shacks collection.
Put me down. I'm there. But look, I mean, coming into a major Halo release at the back end of the year too. I believe it's still the back end of the year. They haven't changed it or anything on me. I think it's a great time, and I think it's a huge celebration of where Bungie are now and where they've been, and I like that kind of stuff. You don't see that too much in big industry where there's a genuine, wholesome tip of the hat and a bit of an introspective look backwards, and something for the fans out of it as well. So if whatever comes of this, I'm in full support of. Even if it's cheesy as fuck and people don't like it, you can suck one.
Well, the thing is, I actually think animated series, regardless on Spinfall Hats and whether this happens or not, I think animated series in Destiny would suit Destiny way better than live action. I think live action's fucking man. What? Maybe The Witcher did a great live action, but it's also medieval. What fucking
dude?
Live action sci-fi magic is fucking hard.
I thought exactly the same thing, and I was like, and then I watched The Expanse, and it kind of changed me on it, because while it would be hard to have. It would definitely be incredibly expensive to have fucking fire teams of Guardians running around in battles and shit all the time. I feel like the absolute meat and bones of a show like that is in exposition anyway. And once they've built the sets that are all that sort of stuff, I don't think it's as far-fetched as it sounds.
Yeah, but
because we're coming from the age where whenever they did something like that and they made it live action, it was kind of shit. I'm just, there's countless examples of it. Whenever it tried something that you loved, tried to make the jump into being real, unless it was an absolute blockbuster movie, it kind of sucked ass a bit. Where I think we're kind of at the point where special effects are now. I'm not going to say cheap, but cost effective enough to do it. Having said that, I completely agree that if we were to get anything that I think would flip the absolute universe on its head, if we were to get a Destiny anime, sign everyone up. It would end the universe.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It is. Look, about a Destiny anime, I'm going to pitch it right now. I haven't thought about this anything more than that. A Destiny anime that follows Akora rising up through the ranks. Young Akora's story. Easy. Everyone will be all over it. And then, you know what? The next season.
Everyone.
Next season, Warlord Shax.
Do you know how many seasons of Destiny anime they can make? They can make
7 million. They'll make it until we're dead.
They wouldn't catch up to the game. There's so much shit they could talk about. They wouldn't catch up to the game. They can go until Destiny's dead.
Destiny, the fundament. Doesn't even have Guardians in it. It's just about Oryx and his sisters doing their homework.
I would prefer to see a fucking horror Destiny anime.
Oh,
just
yeah.
like
Oof.
maybe not horror, but like Castlevania demon style gore Destiny.
Yeah.
But here's a question for you, Loggy.
Yeah, mate.
Okay, so let's think back to the marketing strategy of the whole idea.
I can see you nearly accidentally drawing on your small brain forehead with that pen that you've got in here.
Sorry. Right. So this whole idea of well, it starts with like cartoons, right? The fucking on the podcast, babe.
It's the little one. Yeah, come and sit here.
Oh.
Come on.
Let Uncle Matt tell you a story.
You gotta be quiet.
Then Uncle Matt, oh my God, she looks like you so
Don't
much.
say that. That's a crushing indictment on a child. You gonna wave? You wave? All right. Okay. Just be good.
Oh, no wave.
No more swearing.
So, no swearing. So, cartoons, right? They thought, how do we sell more toys? We'll make a cartoon. We'll make a cartoon to go along with it. So Destiny is rated T for teen. So if you get an anime, here's the question, Loggy. Do you get the anime you want, like a Castlevania, or do you get a cartoon for kids? And that's the bit
I
that
think there's a line that you need to flirt. Just can we let's
earmuffs.
Let's ask the focus group. Bub, would you watch a Destiny anime? Oh. Call it off.
No deal.
No deal.
Group.
Hey? No deal. All right. Okay. What are you doing? You just being a pest?
She's watching herself on the camera, I reckon.
Yeah, tickets on herself, big time.
Yeah.
All right. We might wrap it up. I'm assuming my better half has fallen asleep on the lounge.
Got the kids' responsibilities. Oh, I was going to say something else. Anyway, I could see. Oh, this is what I was going to say, right? If you did a live action, last fucking thing, because you got to go. That you have to get so many things right with live action. For example, if you get the armor wrong, it looks like Power Rangers.
Yeah, it does, and it would really look.
Okay,
really
imagine the Cabal. If you get them wrong, they look so goofy, like because they're not in proportion. They're not in any sort of like. You have to be on the ball. It's like doing Star Wars, right? When Star Wars was, not quite there. You got to get it right.
Yeah, you got to nail it. Otherwise, it's just really hokey. You right? You all right?
Fine.
You're fine. Okay. Hello. No, she's done the decoy on Rach, and I'm going to the toilet and come in and stir it up with Dad anyway. It's all good. In a way, all right. Look, we're going to wrap up now anyway, so you can stay in while we say goodbye, okay? You going to say goodbye? No? Okay. All right. Good. All right. Well, anyway, on this wholesome note, I think it's time that we wrapped up the podcast, Matt. Where's the law going to find people this week?
Let me take you to a place in space and time, to an unknown, undisclosed location, a bit of a utopia. You get there. Welcome to the Outer Rim. Huh? Rim?
All right.
See you next time, kids.
Hey, you
better hope the Rim doesn't find you.
You do me a favor. We're gonna do a quick test. You go and get me Shacks off the shelf.
Go get Shacks, quick.
Ducky.
No, not the. Oh, you can get the ducky one if you want.
Ducky Shacks, go, go, go.
No, that's a sweeper bot.
Duck Shacks. Oh,
The
mate.
decoy on her. The ducky shacks must be upstairs. That's Eris. Look, she's I don't know.
Failed.
It's
Put it on the
failed.
street, mate. On the street. Oh,
All
that's
right.
Ducky Eris, though.
Yeah, Ducky Eris. You're like, oh, Ducky Cade. You know what happened to
Ducky
him?
Cade.
Come
Cop
here,
the
I've got a
bullet,
story
mate.
to tell you. All right, bye.